Hey, pal. You ready? Can you pick me up at 6:30?
I'm here.
Too late.
I'll go for 5 minutes. Move it. You're killing me. You know what, Dad? I'm good.
It may be quite a while before he's ready, but our Subaru Legacy will be waiting for him.
It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
University Subaru.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, May the 20th. We've got two separate topics today we're going to talk about. First of all, I want to introduce you to Jeff Moran, who's been on many times with the P.E.T project, Pet Mobility Project. And
right, we don't want to leave it just pet project because people think dogs and cats.
Yeah.
This is a mobility device for people that are leg disabled.
Yeah, and you recently finished the 50,000th machine, right?
Last month we celebrated the production of the 50,000th pet, and that means 50,000 people around the world. They're in 100 countries around the world who no longer have to crawl on the ground eating the dirt. They can sit up and look people in the face and take themselves to where they want to go.
Right. Now we've got, if you're listening on the radio, you can go to kbia.org and watch this program as a vodcast. And we got some pictures. And here it is. This is a pretty big deal because you've got the Chamber of Commerce there with the dedication of the 50th thousandth.
50,000
pet.
The chamber was there, and we also have a picture of some people kind of demonstrating the assembly of a pet to the chamber. Individuals were there.
Right.
And also at this event there was some media personalities who had a race on pets, and I was the photographer for this picture, and when they said go, these people did not slow down for me being in the way. I had to jump out of the way.
And you know, people who are using these mobility devices are very thankful and very fortunate for what is being done.
Yes, my wife and I have been on 3 distribution trips to Guatemala, and the people who receive the pets often will come back and wish blessings on you and your children and your children's children until the end of time, because they're that thankful for receiving this sort of device. And of course, we give them away free. Most of the people that receive them have been reduced to being beggars because of their lack of mobility. All they can do is beg. But when they get a pet, they can take themselves to school or church, visit people. They can set up little
It changes their whole
stores.
perspective, their whole outlook on life.
Right. And so we want to promote PET whenever we can because, of course, like a lot of other organizations, funding is always an issue. What keeps us from making more pets is the lack of funding to buy supplies and provide for the shipping of the pets. So if anybody wants to donate to the PET or to another organization that's housed in the same warehouse and falls under the same umbrella financially, administratively. Well, the Sewing Machine Project also sends sewing machines all over the world. The PET Mobility Project warehouse is located at 1908 Hereford Road here in Columbia, and the phone number is 573-886-7877.
Okay.
And you can like us on Facebook or search for YouTube videos on YouTube under the name Pet Mobility Project. And,
okay. Well, let's give them that number because we're out of time. It's 886-7877 if they'd like to make a donation for either the Pet Mobility Project or for the sewing machines that you're sending.
Right. They need about $300 a month to buy supplies for the sewing machines because they add needles and thread and reading glasses and so on in the sewing machine.
Jeff, thank you so much for coming by. Continued success in what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, now I want to introduce you to two people with us from Southern Boone Learning Gardens. We have Sarah Kramer sitting right next to me, and you are a garden educator, right, Sarah? And Jenny Grabner, who is the director of the Learning Center.
Right.
Did I pronounce your name right?
Grabner.
Jenny
yes.
Grabner. Good to have both of you here. we're going to talk a little bit about the garden itself, but you have a special event, a fundraiser coming up that we want to plug before we run out of time.
Yes, we do. So we have our second annual Learning Garden fundraising dinner, which we call Dine in the Dirt, because we host it in the garden itself, which is behind the primary school in Ashland. And it's on May 30th, which is a Saturday at 5 p.m.
So that's just 10 days from now.
Oh, gosh. Yes, it is. But if it happens to be raining on Saturday, we'll have it on Sunday the 31st.
Okay. I won't ask you what happens if it's raining on Sunday the 31st.
We're not going to think about it.
All right. But this is an important fundraiser, right? How do people get tickets? How do they come?
So you don't need a ticket. We're just asking for a suggested donation of $20 for adults and $10 for children. And you can just pay that at the door.
Do you make reservations ahead of time?
If you'd like to make an RSVP just to make sure we have enough food, you can email me, which is Sarah with an H, .sobocogarden@gmail.com.
Or could they call the school?
Probably not the school.
Okay.
They can call me 573-268-8431.
Or 8431. Okay. Now, let's talk. So that's coming up on May 30th.
Correct.
Let's talk about the garden itself, because you were telling me you have about an acre of land that the kids have planted. And right now you're harvesting the greens. But you're going to be putting in tomatoes and peppers and what else?
Yeah, right now we have greens and root vegetables, so a lot of those are for the school lunches in the cafeteria, and then a lot of the produce that we're growing is also for our dinner. But what else do we have growing in the greenhouse?
Oh gosh, well, tomatoes and peppers definitely. We'll have eggplant and okra and zucchini and other squash.
Now, who takes care of the garden once school is out? You've got summer school in June, but then what happens in July and August?
So at the end of summer school, we usually ask for families to volunteer to kind of adopt the garden for a week in July. And so we'll give them instructions for weeding and watering, and then they can harvest whatever they like, because July is really the best time for all of the good stuff.
So what you're saying is, and whoever comes and volunteers, the families that come and volunteer in the garden to work, they can harvest what they want too.
Yes.
How many kids have you got involved in this project?
850, I think, at last count.
Oh, you got
More
a lot
than
of
that,
working
yeah.
hands then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
All of these kids have got their hands in the dirt.
Yes. Yeah. So
we
they
work regularly several times each semester with preschool through 6th graders.
Oh, that's wonderful.
During the day. We also have dozens of volunteers from Ashland and from the university who help us out. And then we have a paid work team that does a lot of the work as well.
Yeah. Well, I wish you continued success. How long has the Learning Garden been in progress?
Leslie and I started in 2007, so 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time just flies,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Okay. We were talking earlier, with the lettuce, you said you have some bunny problems. Put cat hair around the perimeter of the lettuce that you want to keep the bunnies out, because cats are predators and it'll scare them away.
Yeah, I think Jenny said that would be a great science experiment for us to try.
All right. Thank you so much for coming by. And don't forget the Dining in the Dirt next this coming May 30th.
Yes.
It's 10 days from today. All right. We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, Astronomy with Val Gurmit. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio is Pat Akers from KBIA. Our flow director, Lowell Thomas, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Something you'd like to hear or see? Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.